Here we have a cabal, a very mysterious cabal meeting in the depths of Rock Creek Parkway or Rock Creek Park in DC, and the squirrels are concerned. Well, they're going over the agenda of how well this misinformation campaign is going, of convincing people that birds aren't real, especially birds themselves. And then one of the members stands up and says, "You know what? I don't know what is the point of all this. I'm worried. I don't think that you know what's the point if we can't even defeat our enemies with this campaign." And at that moment, a another council member chimes in and agrees, but it quickly becomes clear that that council member is a crow in Squirrel's clothing. After it is found out, the lead squirrel, calmly ends the meeting, and they turn their wrath on the crow, who flies away with a caw of vengeance.
So much to dig our teeth into here. First of all, I thought it was interesting that the ornate vestments of acorn gut, saliva, sap, mulch, and mulberries as this kind of amalgamation of luxury goods to signal that this is indeed civilization, similar to the ornate table of globally imported acorns from the last story. It's a really good use of setting to establish some sort of importance or significance right off the bat to try to do this world building. And then we get into the heart of the matter. We're getting into the birds aren't real campaign, and we're in Slice's favorite, the essential metaphor of his work is the bureaucratic overreach into the natural world. And so we're going over these metrics. It's a kind of TPS report. And it's looking at the effectiveness of the absurdity of birds aren't real. And so then the 87% of flighted animals believing that birds are actually man-made drones, which is a fascinating paradox to consider. And then it turns out that the rug gets pulled out from these squirrels at the squansel, or also the squorum within the squansel. And there actually is there's a crow that has infiltrated this, basically saying that this misinformation campaign is actually misinformation to the squansel, not to the birds aren't real potential. It calls into question all of the metrics.
Right.
And it looks like the squirrels who have the upper hand might not have had any upper hand at all. And this is playing in to the crows.
Right. Well, and that's something that I only caught it on this final rereading of it, is in that last line where the chairman closes his binder, and upon realizing another had infiltrated the squansel meeting. So implications that crows had implicated or had infiltrated the squansel before. So, and then that goes hand in hand with Cheeks being so concerned and and then weeping at the end too.
Right. It's like, what's the point of these meetings? Maybe it's to keep us distracted from what the crows are up to. Or right. There's a level of intrigue. This feels like a thriller, where reality is really through the looking glass of you're not sure who's got the upper hand the whole time.
The crows are leading the squirrels down this own rabbit hole of their own. Wow.
And it's only through this parliamentary procedure that they have the illusion of productive resistance towards the crows. But it's just political theater.
And then the irony there is another great story laden with irony is the crow, obviously smarter than pride cometh before the caw, as they say, where all of a sudden, they can't just be quiet. Can't just let them go on.
No, gotta have a little bit of a I got you. Excuse
me.
Yeah.
These beautiful crows have to go. They're too smart for us. It's like, okay, I'm onto this game. I've seen this before. So fantastic stuff.
Fantastic world building in all three.